everybody, today I decided to do a Q&A video. I reached out to everyone on all my social media platforms if they had any questions for me, and you guys definitely delivered. These are some great questions. So I'm going to start off with Nick. Who is the most underrated actor? I'm going to go with Nicolas Cage. Now, many of you probably know him for this.
Oh, no, not the beast! Not the beast! Ah!
Though he's actually a pretty capable actor, as seen in films such as Leaving Las Vegas and Adaptation. And I love how he's totally now leaning into his livable meme status, if you will, into his, I guess, what the internet now knows Nicolas Cage for being the king of overacting. I love how he's totally leaning into that now. Luis asks, who is the most overrated director? Oh boy, this is gonna get me into some hot water. Most overrated director. I got a few. Even though I like his films, I love his style, though I feel like he kind of makes the same movie over and over again and doesn't really reinvent himself, and he kind of is style over substance, and that is Wes Anderson. I like his style, I admire his craftsmanship, but he's just not one of my favorites. And another one would be Darren Aronofsky. Like, I love Requiem for a Dream. I've only seen that once, and I'll probably never watch it again. I adored Pi, but I feel like other than that, he's kind of hit or miss. I feel at times he leans a little too heavy on shock value, and really doesn't have that much else to say other than just the pure shock value of his films. So yeah, I like Darren Aronofsky, but I feel like at times he gets a little carried away with the shock value. This is an age-old question. What came first, the chicken or the egg? I really don't know. If I had to give an educated guess, I would guess the chicken, and the egg is just rather a protective layer, if you know what I'm talking about. Or it could go the other way around, where the egg came first and the chicken kind of developed inside the egg. I really don't. I don't know. Deranged Filth asked, favorite Pokemon episode, season, and movie? I never really got that into Pokemon. All I'm really familiar with is like the Gen 1 stuff. If I had to pick a favorite episode, I haven't watched this I haven't watched Pokemon since I was like 10. So, I guess for season 1, because that's all I've really seen. And favorite episode, I guess, yeah, favorite movie would have to be the original, because that's the first Pokemon movie that came out in like the late 90s. That's all I've really seen. And favorite episode would maybe the one where they were on the boat. That's all I remember. Jalen asks, are you going to do a collab with Unique Frequency again? Yes. We're actually doing a collab very, very soon. We're going to do a video on my channel about our first experience seeing The Room and the misadventures surrounding that experience. We're also going to do a video on his channel reviewing the abomination known as Mortal Kombat Annihilation, and eventually we're going to do a video essay on Pulp Fiction. Speaking of Unique Frequency, he asks, are you going to do a review on Faces of Death?
I don't think MTV would let us play that.
My name twin, Andrew, asks, how would you rank the Spider-Man movies, and living or dead, who is the best director? So for the ranking of the Spider-Man movies, I'm gonna go all live action. I haven't really decided what my ranking would look like, including the Spider-Verse movies and those terrible Sony villain movies. So I guess it would go at the bottom would be Amazing Spider-Man 2, and then Far From Home, and then Spider-Man 3. I've really gotten a bit of appreciation of that one recently. And then the first Amazing Spider-Man, and Spider-Man Homecoming, No Way Home, the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man, and first place obviously goes to Spider-Man 2. And for favorite director, living or dead, I'm gonna give an answer for both. So living, this sounds very basic, but either Richard Linklater or Martin Scorsese or Quentin Tarantino. Can't really decide which one. And for dead, I'm gonna go with Stanley Kubrick. Again, probably very, very basic, but his filmography is just so vast and versatile. And it was kind of his filmography that got me into film, to the medium of cinema as a whole. So I'm definitely a little biased there. Seth asks, what animated film would you like to see redone or remade in live action? I'm not a fan of the Disney live action remakes. I know I'm not the first person to say this. I think they're a senseless cash grab and a pretty big downgrade from the original animated films. But I guess if I had to answer your question, I liked how Across the Spider-Verse kind of blended the two mediums of live action and animation. So I guess I would like to see more of that in the next Spider-Verse movie. I'm not fully in love with this idea. I know that this might be a bit of a controversial opinion, but I wouldn't mind seeing not exactly a remake of the original Toy Story, but where it would be a remake of the original Toy Story, where they updated the animation. Obviously not replacing the original, not pulling a George Lucas and having this new version as the new official version of the film, but I guess giving audiences a look into how the film would look under new technologies. Again, I'm not completely in love with the idea, but I wouldn't mind it. Jordan asks, what is your favorite meme-worthy Tobey Maguire expression? What is a movie that has one element that completely ruined the experience, or vice versa, one element that saved a movie? And last but not least, what do you think would happen if Caillou joined the MCU? Starting with the Tobey Maguire expressions, there's just so much to choose from. You got the crying babyface Maguire, you got constipated Maguire, and you got the countless bully Maguire expressions. I think I'm gonna go with the bully Maguire expressions. Those are classic. And what movie has one element that ruined the experience? I'm gonna go with Alien 3. This is a decision that was made pretty early on. If you've seen Alien 3, you will know exactly what I'm talking about. I hate it when sequels at the very beginning of the film just completely undermine the victories of the previous movie. Same goes for Terminator Dark Fate, and a movie where one element completely saved a movie, I think that would have to be No Way Home. The beginning of No Way Home, I've rewatched it pretty recently, and the beginning of No Way Home is rough. There's quite a bit wrong with the beginning of No Way Home. Like, the entire setup relies on Doctor Strange, like, doing a spell that messes with the multiverse and stuff because Peter Parker wouldn't get into college. It makes both Peter and Doctor Strange just look so incredibly dumb. But I feel that once Toby and Andrew were brought in, that it kind of soothed those issues for me. Kind of made all the issues I have with the first half of the movie, or the first act rather. It kind of made those it kind of almost nullified those issues. Made me care about them less. I know for some people they just can't get into that movie, which I get, but I'm a lifelong fan of this character, and especially the Tobey Maguire adaptation of that character, and being able to see that version of the character again was just a treat, and I can't really complain about it too much. And the Caillou question: what would happen if Caillou joined the MCU? So this would obviously be an Avengers level threat, and I personally don't think the Avengers are equipped to deal with this. So you got to get Bully Maguire to go in and just throw some insults at him. You know, put that bald-headed little brat in his place.
I'm gonna put some dirt in your eye.
And throw in Tommy Wiseau for good measures.
You're not good. You're just a chicken. Chip, 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 chip.
So that's all the questions and answers I've got. If you want a second part, go and follow me on Instagram and message me your inquiries. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this latest video, and if you did, make sure to give this video a like. And if you want more content like this, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell notification so you can be notified every time I upload a new video. And shout out to Chief Brody and Lord Farquaad. Thanks for watching.